We're back. Back on the sacred timeline. We go on the longest road to greatness. That's what we do. Longest road to greatness. If you're really in touch with the energies, you feel this mass timeline shift that's happening. I am given synchronicities to confirm this. Sometimes we feel it, but then we are given the synchronicities. We are witnessing very strange glitches. And you might have stumbled across this message and you might still not realize that timelines are real. By the end of this lesson, you will realize that timelines are real. And we go through shifts and we go on and off timelines according to our frequency, the frequency of ourself and the collective. Recently, we've had a massive event, a catalyst event that shook up the collective. But the shaking, even though they say it's always darkest before the dawn, some of these moments, they actually crack open the heart, right? They crack open the heart, and this beautiful love energy starts coming out. And now we've returned to the sacred timeline. In today's chat, I'm going to be discussing the synchronicities that God showed me, and it's going to be personal for me. Some people might get it, but when you know that there's no coincidences in life and that there are synchronicities and that these are the numerical codes that are telling us where we're headed, where are you headed? Destination unknown. I told you this several months ago. We are going on the longest journey to greatness. Where is the destination? The destination is unknown. That's why you, the person that's getting this message, you might have had a lot of anxiety. You have no clue what's going on. We were in a whirlwind. You're in a whirlwind. And there's a lot of confusion. And in our egoic mind, we don't know the outcome. We don't know where we're headed. So you could be terrified as you go through this process. Today, we're back on the sacred timeline. I'm going to break it down for all of you. It's great to see everyone. We're on the live stream right now. Very grateful if you could click the like button in the now moment. It allows others to join us live. When everyone smashes it real quick, more people come on. Cristal, it is whirly twirly, but we will all be popping a bottle of Cristal very shortly. Yeah. We know it. There's a knowing. There's an understanding that we've shifted the timeline. Your consciousness goes on a different timeline. Sometimes you have to experience it as above, so below. Sometimes you're going to have to go down onto that lower timeline for a period of time because you're going to have to feel it. God makes us feel it. God works with compare and contrast. You could compare and contrast the experiences. This is about rise to power through love. We're all having a rise to power. If you're getting this message, if you're able to hold your attention on this message, if you're not getting triggered, if you're becoming more empowered, you are rising to power in an aspect of your life, right? So like teachers teach, I do my thing, you do your thing. And collectively, we're rising. The everyday life people are rising right now. And whatever it is that you're bringing to the world, that is the attribute that you're rising in. And it's happening exponentially. You had to be refined, though. This was a tough year. Different than the toughness of 2023. That was the real main rapture year. Are you new to the channel? Click subscribe. The videos are waiting for you. Did you have a tough time in 2023? And this year represents a different type of tough time. Certain attributes in your soul. Refinements, dark night of the soul. Actually heals the body, it changes your internal frequency. It's a very powerful video that I put up, The Dark Night of the Soul. Do you know it? Dark Night of the Soul molds us. We went through a molding process this year. It's not easy. And it was a different, I share this, maybe you are aware of this when we go through the timelines and stuff. God puts us in 2-year seasons. And when you go through this, all of a sudden, you come out on the other side, the longest road to greatness, greater than you've been before, better than I was before. It was a powerful video I did 2 years ago, standing by the sacred rocks. I was there again last night. You can watch that video. Rapture, the other side. What does that actually mean? The other timeline. You came out of the other timeline. You had to go down there. You had to see how dark it was. As Bugs Bunny once said, don't go down there. It's dark. Bugs Bunny teaches us about ascension, right? Don't go down there. It's dark. And you go on that timeline for a period of time to have real life feelings, emotions, experiences, and then boom, then you go back. The synchronicity of the sacred timeline was given to me. And this is my journey, and this is personal to me. And some of these numerical, so we always see numerical codes. You might be seeing a lot of 999s, right, this year, because your old life needs to end. We're going to discuss that in this chat today. If you still haven't done so, I suggest you do it. The old way, your old self, it has to be finished. And you need to finish it yourself this time. I told you, right? I get the word of God. God says the training wheels are off. You got to do it. No one else is going to do it for you. You have to do it. You end it yourself. It comes from a different place. That's how I take the leadership role. That's how you take the leadership role. You put the crown on yourself this time. Last time God did it for you. End your old life today. Watch that video. I'll place it at the pinned comment at the end of this one if you still haven't done it. A lot of people are taking the journey here of our everyday lives, and you're taking ownership, and you know the old life has to end. Because now we're back on the sacred timeline. We are back on Earth 616 timeline. Now, I know there's some people that are saying, what the heck is this guy talking about? And there's probably a bunch of nerds like me that know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? So this code 616, I know Joe knows what I'm talking about. This is how it operates. So certain things in life, so there's numerical codes. You might be seeing 1111. Hit 1111 in the comments if you're seeing that. And then there's going to be codes. Those are those repeating numbers that a lot of us get. And then there's going to be codes that are specific to you for your specific journey. You know what the code means because it has meaning according to your everyday life. I teach it very deep here on this channel. The numerical code has something that's very deep for your everyday life. I have other codes maybe I'll talk about depending on how many people are on this live stream today that are interested. Okay, other codes that are meaningful to me. I look at 616. I do, getting too excited. I'm like, I'm on the sacred, back on, baby. I'm back on. 616, 4 consecutive nights. I walk the beach at night. I talk about my health and wellness journey, all right? And instead of, putting rubber soles on and walking on a treadmill like a lot of people do, I walk barefoot out in nature. Maybe this is a health tip that you want to take from me and our community. Click subscribe. I teach you a lot of things. I teach it all here. It's your one-stop shop, Our Everyday Lives. So I walk barefoot at night on the beach, right? Taking in the energies of the earth, right? And I check my phone. What time is it? 6:16, 6:16. Every night, I went to look at my phone, and like 4 consecutive nights, 6:16. And I'm looking at it, 6:16. And for those that are very familiar with the Marvel universe, 616, Earth 616 represents the sacred timeline. 616 represents the main timeline. It's a timeline where you're creative. And I believe for those that, I was thinking about it, and then if you reduce it down, it's 13, which is sacred, divine, feminine creation. You got to understand the energies, bro. Divine feminine means you're a creator being. You understand? 13 is not something to be scared of. 13 is creative. That's why they inverted it. That's why they had, it's Freddie and Jason and all that other stuff, right? Are you waking up? Are you taking back your power? Click subscribe. You take back your power. Every night I'm seeing 616, sacred timeline. We're back on the sacred timeline. You could write it in the comments. We're back. We're back, baby. And sometimes we have to go off that timeline. Sometimes we have to go through the threshing floor. The grueling energies, right? It makes us better. It's going to allow us to rise. That's what we went through. This has not been an easy year for me. I'm grateful for everyone that is taking the journey with me. And I'm here. I'm here to share a legacy with people. How do you show up in the world when you have pain every single day? How do you show up in the world when you have sadness every single day? You have to dig deep, bro. It's time for the divine counterparts to come back together. I'm reading the chat right now. So many people went through this year. The grueling pain that you feel. So as I'm seeing 616 every night, just random, grab the phone. What time is it? 616. Go put a new song on for your walk. 616. Sacred timeline. We are back on a sacred timeline. I appreciate you, Midge. Right? These are the deep truths. Okay? This is what we got to get the Avengers going now. Okay? But this is for me as a person that is awake and aware. I am observing the reality. I'm looking at codes. I'm a creator being. That's why I did the video. So many people are waking up from that video. If you did not watch my video, Are You an NPC? You should watch that video. It's very helpful. It's going to shift your conscious into creator mode. If you're on this channel, you're here to be a conscious creator. Do you want to be a conscious creator? Or are you an NPC? Are you just your background character? That's your choice. If you're getting triggered by that, right, that means something. I'm here to make people better. That's when you click subscribe, right? Are you feeling empowered from this message? Click the like button. Others will get it. We're on the sacred timeline now. Timeline 616. So, and there's a lot of deep meanings to this. So I saw that. And I saw a lot of things. I'll have to use this as a prop. I have to do it. I have to use the prop for this one. And I see things in reality, okay? I see a lot of things. Cliff, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm very grateful for you, brother. Cheers to you. So I see things. I'm observant. Do you observe people in the reality? I've shared stories when a person will pop up. This was a different type of situation yesterday. As I'm driving to go to the beach, I see this situation, which I'm gonna play out for you right now. And I say, is this real? And how is this real? How is this real? Am I really witnessing this right now? But there's a deeper meaning to this. So I'm giving you the real life evidence right now. How do you observe? How do you observe freedom? How do you observe the power, the absolute power that people might have? And you have to realize that there are certain things that maybe don't make sense. Am I seeing a person from a different dimension? Is this a different dimension? Or is this just like a glitch or an earth angel or something like that? You know, so it's really funny and interesting what I experience. So I'm in the car, right? And I'm driving and I'm looking in the rear view mirror. I'm looking behind me. I'm looking behind me. And I see coming up from behind, I see grandma. I see I see an old lady, right? She's on this old motorcycle, like an old motorcycle, right? Old lady. She had to be like 70 years old. I'm looking in the rear, no helmet on, zero FUCKs given, cigarette in her rear. I'm like, is this going on right now? I see this old lady, right? I'm looking at her. She got the cigarette in her mouth. And she's just right, no helmet on. I'm saying, is this really going on? And then she just, I don't know why, she shouldn't have actually been in my lane, but it was probably because I needed to see this. I had to see it. I saw it in my rearview mirror. Then she whips around, she drives on the side, cigarette, and there she goes. And she, boom. I said, how did I just see it? Is that real? So sometimes Gangster Granny, Jen writes, I saw it, okay? So there she is, living her life, zero you know what's given, no helmet on, cigarette in her mouth, vroom, and the motorcycle was like an old motorcycle, the hands are up here, and there she goes. There she goes. So sometimes in our life, we see things like that. And simply by me observing her, I said, this woman gives zero you-know-whats. She's out there, hair's flowing, right? That she was a badass granny for sure. I'm reading the chat. I saw it. And I'm like, how is this real? So sometimes you see something that sticks out of the matrix. Maybe you've watched the Matrix, right? Like there was the example of the lady with the red dress, something that glitches. There's a glitch in the Matrix, something that's going on. She's going. I said, wow, look at her go. I had the cigarette out, just like that. I had to show you guys. Like that's what made it. She had the cigarette in her mouth and she was just going. So sometimes we see these things and it inspires us. It shows us something. People stick out in society. That's how we actually meet people. That's how we're supposed to meet people. Whether it's friendships, soulmates, or your divine counterpart, you're actually supposed to pick up on the frequency of them. They stick out. You blend in. There's a whole world out there. And then for some reason, something for a moment like that, like a random thing, just sticks out. Or there's an energy that says you maybe are supposed to connect with this person for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. In the world, people have disconnected from energy, frequency, vibration. That's Nikola Tesla. Energy, frequency, vibration. That's the timeline. Your consciousness is going on to a new timeline. We are back through this massive shift that the collective is going through. We are now on the sacred timeline. You could hit 616 in the comments. Put a like on this video if you are ready to live on the sacred timeline. The main timeline is a massive shift that's happening. You're probably on this message. You said this year, what the heck happened this year? Well, you felt like you were dying this year. I've been doing the videos about this because the old you must die off so that you could live on that beautiful timeline. Beautiful timeline waiting for you. Deep relationships that enrich our lives. That's what we're actually here for. Did you know that we're here for people? We're here for people. We're here for an enriched life with people that enrich our lives, that aren't draining us, that aren't leading us astray. Write these things down. We're here for deep relationships that enrich our lives, right? These are the main points of the lesson. Surface level relationships is a thing of the past. This is how you actually generate energy, have an enriched life. You're here to actually experience life. You're not here to live in fear. You're not here to sit in the basement. You're not here to run away from your love. You're actually supposed to grow through the experiences. I've done this video, reason, season, lifetime. There are people in your life, and there's certain reasons, like a soul family, if you will. And you have to know these tiers. So if you want, click subscribe. I've done many videos on these circumstances. We have to live that, we have to leave that surface level reality. We're on the sacred timeline for sacred connections, for enriched lifestyles that don't drain us, that actually charge us up. You're going to feel this. If you're a person, you're going about your journey, this is how you navigate. How do I know people are going to make you feel a certain way? You're picking up on a soul energy. Everything is a frequency. Every person, every location. There's locations I cannot go to any longer. I don't want to go to for any price. Okay, I recently saw people talking about Las Vegas. Okay, I went there years ago, right? Had a good time with my buddies. I don't want to go there at any price. You give me the trip for free. It's too dense. I just want to go on the beach. I wanted a simple life. That's all I wanted, right? Me, the girl, and maybe the dog. Simple. The simplest things in life are the hardest things, right? I don't need all that stuff. And you feel the density. The more that you disconnect, you feel the densities. You know, I even shared about, you know, I talked to other people, you know, you could have the very expensive condo in Miami. There it is, waiting for you. You have it for free. But my body can't handle. Could have it in Manhattan. Oh, there you go, live in Manhattan. You don't want it. So something has shifted in your frequency. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? I talk the deep truths of the universe. And that's where we're headed, right? When there's a relationship, it's not about the looks, it's about the feel. It's never going to change. And you're going to feel this. You're going to know. And this is a very big reset time. So that's why you have to take all your energy, you got to place it on, head it onto that timeline. Solid foundation, solid timeline. Did you watch so many people shifted from that video, the timeline collapse video. I'm standing on the rocks, right? It was so powerful. Some people love when I'm out in nature. Those are the cymatic frequencies. We literally shift. And then we are given the clues, the codes, the numerical symbols. It's the sacred timeline. There's not a coincidence you see something 4 times in a row. And it means something to you, these numbers. These numbers mean something to you. And the more you are in denial, DellaRocca is the foundation, right? No coincidences, synchronicities. Right? And that's what God tasked me to build a foundation for these people. All right? If it's resonating with you, and I do everything on this channel, if you want to become healthy, wealthy, and wise, click subscribe. I'm doing this as one man. So I'm grateful for the community support. So we could have content out there that people could benefit from, right? Benefit our lives. And I shared about this recently. I'm not partaking in the drama. I saw a lot. Did you see a lot of drama? People, they want to have feast. They're addicted to it. They're addicted to drama. It's just the truth. If you get triggered from my videos, that's good. I'm helping you. You got to fight through it. I'm just sharing the truth. Everything is subconscious. Okay, I got to get into it right now. Okay, I had it later in this episode. Right? It's always God. When you get stuff, it's always God, and it's always you. It's always you. It's always going to be you. When there are certain things, and if I'm stuck in that quote unquote hard time, tribulation time, it was always me. And you're going to have to take responsibility for yourself. It's always you, bro. It's always you, sis. And I'm telling you, I'm not talking down, right? I'm teaching from my firsthand experience. You say, look at this guy. He's manifesting everything. He's creating all these things. Even though the entire world, look at that. Now I see one of my numbers that number means something to me. There we go. Past it now. Even though it's always, why did you give me all these things? Because you wanted to have a higher timeline. You want to do something for the world. You must go through the first-hand experience. You must go through it. It's on the channel page. The messages never change. That's why, I'm like a lot of you, I'm sick and tired of all the fake BS that's out there. When you go to that video, the only way out is through. This is why I speak with passion, because when I speak the word of God, it is never going to change. And a lot of people are getting sick and tired of the nonsense that's out in the world. The only way out is through. I lived through it. You outlast the onslaught, then you become the onslaught. These things never change. It's never going to change. Never. There are immutable truths to the, it's always going to be an inside job. Always going to be an inside job. It's always going to be the embodiment. And sometimes you're going to have to, because we all want to be nice, we're all empaths and stuff. And if you didn't watch my previous videos, I go into all these things, right? You have to realize, right? You're going to have to get inside. You're going to realize that I am the superhero. I am the superhero. I am the creator, not an NPC. I am the creator, not an NPC. And now I go on this timeline. And now I create the timeline not only for myself, but for my brothers and sisters. It's always going to be an inside job. Always and forever. People have all, it's that low vibe, that low, victimhood mentality. I talk about my physical wellness. I see it. I made the joke the other day, the other day, it was a long time ago. I left the gym in a fasted state, trained, sat in the sauna, all these things. And the man in the radio box said, you don't have to work out fast or do cardio. Just take this pill and you'll lose weight. None of these things last. Okay, please click the like button if I'm speaking the truth today. If you love the truth, you want to be here every single day, 9 a.m. Eastern. I have some really great topics as I'm observing society. I have some great stuff to discuss in the upcoming days. So we are in between as I'm leaving this, right? The eclipses do play a big role. The light energy is a big role. Shut it off, turn it back on, hit the reset button. So what we're putting out into the world is becoming our future right now. Don't worry about the external in the now moment. Just put it out there. God is going to take it and throw it. Here we go. Okay? So this is about a timeline where you're actually supported, okay? And I'm very, if you're a man like me, it's not about the perfect thing. It's about, wow, I'm able to do it. Sometimes you have to prove things to yourself. And to go through 5 years, I'm just a representation of a lot of people that are, you needed to level up. The past 5 years, you had more stress, you had more backstabbers, you had a lot of things that you had more in these 5 years than in 30 years. Do you agree with that? You went through these things, and as I'm going along, I'm able to do this. Fighting every step of the way. And I told this to God. That's why I get aggravated, because I said, I just want love, and I got more crap. But there was a reason for that, okay? There was a reason for that. More refinement needed to be. And I understand this. I understand this. We need to embody the love. We need to embody the leadership. We need to embody. And sometimes We don't, because we want to be a people pleaser, right? You have to what we need our leaders to rise. We need the love. We need the love to go out there into the world. Hit the love hearts in the chat. But to have a timeline, I don't even, so I had that experience. Now it's time for an experience of actually having support. I fought against a lot of things. You might have went through this refinement process. In the gym, I wear a weighted vest to do pull-ups. People might say, you're out of your mind. It's harder to do a pull-up with the weighted vest. That's right, kid. Because it's going to make my muscles stronger than when I take the weighted vest off. Forget about it. So imagine now being on a timeline where you're actually supported. You actually have real friends that really support you. You finally have your divine counterpart that actually supports you. It's a big problem in the world today. Nikola Tesla spoke about this years ago. Anyone that could hear my voice, some people can't hear the voice, right? If you're for the demented modern women that are out there, if you're in competition with the man, and if you're a man, don't worry about the arm candy. Get rid of that crap very fast. If you're in competition, you will fail. I said it the other day. It's always going to be about cooperation. It's always going to be about support. And it's never going to change regardless of who gets triggered. So now we're on this timeline. So imagine to have support from friends that are actually your friends, to have a relationship that actually supports you. You might have never had it in the explosion of love, the explosion of energy. To have that. That's the gold, bro. To have that girl finally, that's the gold. I'm telling you. There's no amount of money that gives you the energy like this. There's no Lamborghini that's going to satisfy you. That's the gold. To have the truthful, authentic connection. That is the gold. I just saw gold is like skyrocketing this year. What is it? It's approaching like, what is it? 3,600, something like that. Right? The gold. Hope is real. 999. I love you. Hope is real. Woke up this morning, picked up my phone at 616. Yes. And then see your notifications. If you no longer want to buy the expensive brand evening, you can. It means you are free, my friend. Absolutely. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. And that is another synchronicity. Okay? We're here for the gold. You need to have the real gold. You can't back down. Never back down from your dreams. Once God has shown you the answer, and then you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested, and you're going to be tested one more time. A lot of what I do on this channel, I don't fit into boxes. It's real easy to, number one, do drama. I ain't doing drama. Save the drama for your mama. I ain't doing it. I don't care about, I can make more views. Ooh, look at me. I can get views. I see these people. I see them out there. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If this resonates, that's why I'm grateful for your support. Keep clicking the like button because we will have more positive things, and we have to get rid of clean it out. Clean the negativity out because we ain't going back. Once you jump to timelines, you burn the boats and you don't go back. You're not going back to the negative timeline, bro. You're not going back to the negative timeline, sis. Rise up. Rise up. Keep going. The algorithms are a tough thing for sure, Midge, but it is what it is. Things will be fixed. Things will be better. But it's all energy. I got to realize it's all energy. It's all energy. And what is energy? It's the ability to cause change. So God causes changes inside. It's always an inside job. Right? So we're going through the refinement. It's a big refinement process that we all go through. And you have to realize, sometimes, it's safe, but people don't realize that we've already shifted. And they're still living that old life. Tanya, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm very grateful for the support. Thank you very much. I love you. Relax. You're already here. When you're able to achieve that relax, you're already here. You always want to put out that positive. You're walking this earth now, knowing, right? You are the light. You are walking your life, because we are anyway, that you are being observed 24 hours a day. Some people, especially narcissists, they're not going to like that. You are observed. Live your life. You are observed every second of the day. Is very powerful when you can live your life this way. If you're getting triggered by it, that's not a good thing, right? Look, the chats are blowing up right now. You are now moving forward in that energy because you are that anchor 24 hours a day. I appreciate that, Noah. I invite Mike to trigger me. That's what see, gets it. You get it, right? That's the point. I share from firsthand experience. People that loved me in the past, I know what you did for me. You made sure I saw the pieces of shit. You made sure, and that was better for me. You gave me the tough love. And we have to understand tough love because sometimes we don't see it. But when you're given it, you are going to give an opportunity. And the second you see it, then it's your free will to make the jump, to make the shift, to get out of there, get out of that timeline, get out of that timeline, get out of there, get out of there. You have to do it. You have to do it. Seema Kendra, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm very grateful for that. I love you. Thank you for that. Very nice. Soul Star writes, there's a lot of gaslighting. That's why you have to study these things. That's why I talk about these things. You will know them by their fruits. When you refer to the Hawkins scale of consciousness, that's why people don't affect me. All right? It's really important to not care about other people's opinions of you. You go straight to God. That's all I do. I don't give up what anyone thinks about me. I really don't. That's how you have to live your everyday. And some people might say, oh, that's mean, or maybe we were trained to be a certain way. This is how we have to live our everyday life now. We need it. It's a purification process. That's what we have been doing. Maybe you haven't done it. Maybe you're new today. I'm going to break this down to a fine. You say, oh, I want the new timeline. I want the new timeline. There's work that needs to be done. I'm going to explain it to you very carefully. Cleanse. Purify. It's the Holy Spirit fire. Maybe it was done for you by God in the past. This time around, you must take ownership of the purification process. You must put an end to that old life yourself. Did you clean house? Did you get your house in order? Over the past month, and you might be new to the channel, right? So click subscribe if you haven't. Go to that first playlist. Watch my videos. Ending the old life, ending the old timeline. I know it's difficult. And you might see your 3D world is falling apart. Oh no, oh no. Well, you said you don't want that timeline anymore. So it gets scary for a little bit of time. Did you clean house? Did you remove your attached cords to monitoring spirits in your everyday life? Did you do it? Comes in many forms. Also through subconscious programming. Did you do it? Why do I have to do it, Uncle Mike? Oh, because those people, those subconscious programs, or whatever form it might come to, keeps you tethered to that lower timeline. Did you wake up? Are you up? Please put a like on this video so others will see this. Joseph, if you did not see my I have 2 full videos on how to remove monitoring spirits from your everyday life. One of them is recent. The other one is, Joseph, years ago, I said, there's monitoring spirits in my life? Oh, yeah. And the reason is to keep you tethered to that lower timeline, okay? Soulstar Productions writes, banger alert. Is this video a banger alert? Just teaching the truth today. This is the truth. Is Loose Chipper in the chat? We got to get him in here. You don't want to be bound by the chains. What are the chains, Uncle Mike? Oh, they're called fear, guilt, and shame. Do you know the chains that tether you with fear, guilt, and shame? And if you don't release them, that's on you. Then you will never have the loving relationship. Then you will never have the love. It's always you. Again, there are things. There are terrible, maybe people, things, and situations. They're out there. But the attachment or the cord, you gotta, and then you gotta change that frequency. And then you gotta rise up. You gotta get that Christ energy. You gotta rise up. And now you're all the way up here, and then all that negativity is all the way down there. So now it's gone. Now you're on the higher timeline. Now I'm floating. I'm on the higher timeline, baby. I'm on the sacred timeline. 616. Everyone's hitting 616. Marvel sacred timeline. And so, I know Captain Literal Man. He might stumble into this live stream, right? Is Captain Literal Man doesn't get it. If you are a creator being, the code is going to be specific to you. And then when you see it 4 times in a row, and then you're going to apply, there's no such things as coincidences, there's only synchronicities. Then you're going to sit there. Then you're going to understand that 616, right? That's telling me that we're on the sacred timeline. You can't worry about Captain Literal Man during this process. There's people everyone's got internet. You cannot care about what the lower energies have to say. You can't care for 1 second. I'm teaching you spiritual empowerment. That's what we need at this time, spiritual empowerment. Otherwise, you're going to be lost. And that's how we shift. That's how we shift from NPC mode to creator mode. It's a beautiful message. And if you really, again, it's always you. I saw one person, she got triggered very bad by my NPC video. I wonder why. Listen to the whole video from beginning to end. Answer the questions. You will shift into creator mode. If you're on this live stream and you say to yourself, I want to change my life, it's always you, right? So then you want to shift from NPC mode to creator mode. Then you're going to watch that video. You're going to sit there and you're going to take it. You're going to take Uncle Mike, right? He's going to ask you the questions. You're going to sit there. You're going to answer the questions and you're going to get through that ending of that video. And then you finally shift. Because I could go back to my previous self 7 years ago. And some of those things, I would take out the accountability mirror. And I'm going to say, that's why I was at that level. And now I create brand new realities. Do you understand how this works? Now I create brand new timelines. You have to go inside. Do you understand? It's the royal family. Absolutely. That's why we're a royal. It's not just about one person. It's about a collection of people. Collectively, we're greater than the sum of our parts. When 2 or more are gathered, right, you actually shift the timeline. It's a positive feedback loop, right? Appreciate, the chat is, so many love bombs in the chat. Keep your cup full, Fit Brit writes, yeah. You got to stay fit. You got to stay strong. Don't care. The people that are down here, they're going to gaslight you for bettering yourself. Do you know this? You have to block it out. Know that it's a reflection of the damaged interior frequency of them. Know this. Don't apologize. Keep going. Please put a like on this video right now if it's resonating. Don't apologize. Keep going onto that timeline. This is you want the sacred timeline? You want your sacred relationship? You want your sacred vocation in life, which is not a job? You have to keep going. Live your life that way. It's the embodiment of living it every single day. Every single day I'm attracting better. And you will go through this shift. We all went through this shift. You trust what remains, whatever fell off your timeline, and keep bashing it. Take the hammer, okay? Take the hammer and bash it. Do you like my big hammer? How you doing? Yeah. It's my big hammer. When you lift the hammer, you're worthy. Do you understand how this works? Right? I love teaching the people. And many people love my very strong and big hammer. You got to bash and keep smashing. And whatever fell off is fake. And whatever remains, you trust. And then you keep going. That's how it's done, kid. That's how it's gone. That's how it's done. Okay? It's always the case. It's always the case. And it's certain things are a hard pill to swallow. We went through a tough time. You know, I share about my journey. When I became world famous on YouTube, right? And now on all the platforms, hit me up on Facebook. Wow, look at how Facebook is growing like never before. Hit me up on Facebook today. And once I made this shift, there were people, like friends in my life, that all of a sudden they kind of turned their back on me because Michael was actually doing it. One of them came back. The other ones, whatever falls off your timeline, whatever is truthful, always comes back. And it's nobody's fault because why? Everyone is very high. It's high intensity. So you got to go through the intensity. That's why I did those videos running on the stair mill. Remember me running on the stair mill? Remember I did those videos? It was to teach people that when the energy gets really high, the truth comes out. Thomas writes, your network is your net worth. Get better people. Get better people today. Don't worry about what. Get better people today. Get the better support system today. And keep moving forward and stay on that sacred timeline and don't go back. Burn the boats. Don't go back. And I did that video like 2 years ago. 2-year cycles. Timelines. You ready? Are you ready? Dum, dum, dum. You think you could tell us what to do? Dum, dum. You think you could tell us what to wear? Dum, dum. You think that you're better? Dum, dum. Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down. Whoever gets it, it's worth it. Whoever gets it, it's worth it. It's so worth it. I make everyday life jokes here on this channel. Do you like pop culture? Hope is real. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't need to prove myself. I am the proof. I love that so much. Yeah, it's a big thing. I had to go through this as well. I'm not concerned anymore. And that's a thing that we all have to grow through. We don't have to prove anything. I was talking to a friend of mine. You know, she does this type of deep spiritual work and she's feeling it. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. There are people that aren't making it. That's their problem. Everything, I said it before, it's always you. If you want to be in negativity, if you want to do, it's always you. And it's always going to be you, and it's never going to change, right? So I love each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself and we make the funnies so we could laugh and raise our vibrational frequency. We're going to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. If any of the things that I'm discussing right now resonate with you, so grateful for the community support. Clicking the like button and click the subscribe button. And every single day you'll get a video at 9 a.m. Eastern. We're rolling out the YouTube shorts again. Did you check out all the new YouTube shorts? Tremendous shorts. Okay? And embody. Do the things that make your soul. This is what my soul wants. This is the relationship. This is the girl that I want. This is the guy that I want. Go for it now. Go for it. Or run back to the old timeline of misery. They say misery loves company. Frustrated, Incorporated. They give you the answers in the music, in the frequencies. Do you remember that from years ago? Especially if you're a woman. Do you know the hyena click? Divine feminine, you better know it. There's a lot of filth women out there that call the hyena. They want you to be miserable like them. Rise up. Be the divine feminine. Get your divine masculine today. Get it today. Go now. That's how you get on the sacred timeline. Because all this other stuff, the money, the this, the that, when you get to that place, you're going to know what's really important in life. You're going to know what's really important in life. Stay focused. And if you're the divine masculine, if you've never seen my video, be the chooser, not the choice. So important. So important, bro. Get it in that brain. Rise up today. Get back into alignment. That's what God has tasked on me, to return alignment and balance. A lot of things are not balanced. A lot of things are not in alignment. Get on this new timeline, 616. Grateful for each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you share it on your social media today? I appreciate that very much. Yeah. Truth, authenticity, so important at this time. So important. Human222 writes, choose wisely. It is free will. Sometimes free will is, kind of confusing how things are done in this reality. But life is a series of choices that we make that reveal our content of character. Remember when I stood on the beach and I gave you that? That's the word of God. This is Michael. Mr. Archangel is here and class is in session. Are you ready? It's time to go. Grateful for all of you. Like, comment, share. It really helps. Check out the videos I discussed. One will pop up at the end. Pinned comment. Move forward. Don't go back. Keep going. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I appreciate you all.